Hey guys, Jen here from Serenity Hill Farmstead. I'm hiding out in my boys' bedroom right now because it's the only quiet place in the house. My husband's home, my kids are all home. Obviously we homeschool, so they're here all the time. But I wanted to take a minute and address the craziness. I don't know what's happening right now in the world. If you've been watching us for a while here on our channel through all of our changes and everything, you know that we are in Northwest Illinois, and if you've been following the news, unless you live under a rock, you know that we've had some craziness happening in our world. And Illinois is up there in one of the states that has higher COVID-19 numbers. We are located in a more rural area, so we don't have super high numbers, but they're there. And we are in Northwest Illinois, so we have it here. It is in our county, it's in neighboring counties, it's in our communities. It's here. So we're dealing with it and we're living with it. So I guess I wanted to take a moment to talk about what we're doing and just address some things that I keep seeing on social media that I have started to respond to, but then thought, I probably shouldn't, because I don't want to feed into it, and because when someone is in panic mode, when they've been swallowed by that mass hysteria bug, you can't reason with them. So I thought this was probably just a better platform to address it and just to share where we're at. I didn't speak out on it initially on our channel because I didn't really know what to say. Everybody is dealing with it differently, and I think what we're doing here is not going to really change much for what you may be doing or may want to do. But what I can do is speak to just our experience with it and what is happening here in our state. Sorry, I'm just turning my ringtone off here. And just kind of share our experiences. So our governor here in Illinois came on and issued a press conference today at 3 o'clock. It is March 20th. And talked about shutting down the state. So he did issue the stay-at-home order. I believe that's what it's called. And instantly everybody panicked. Naturally, my feed on Facebook, I made the mistake of going on Facebook, which I should not have done. And I know I shouldn't do. I don't know why I keep doing it. Boredom, I don't know. But I keep going on. And so many people are panicking. Instantly, people are running to stores, they're running to banks, they're running to gas stations. I don't know where y'all think you're going with all this gas. It's a stay-at-home order. You don't need all your gas cans filled and all your vehicles filled and everything to stay at home. Stay-at-home order means don't go anywhere. I don't know where you think you're going. As usual, that tells me that people are totally misunderstanding what this is and what it's going to mean for them. So what that actually means, in case you are living in a state that has not experienced this yet, which the vast majority of them have not, but I have a feeling it's coming. And first off, before I get into that, President Trump has not ever stated that he is going to do this to the entire country. He is leaving that up to each individual governor to make that decision for their own state. So, no widespread national panic, please, because it's not happening everywhere. The National Guard is not coming to lock you in your house. And I do have to say to that, the National Guard is there for supportive measures. They are not there to institute martial law and lock your butts in your house. It's not going to happen like that. What it does mean, that stay-at-home order, the reason he did it is for all the people that think that life should just be going on as normal, that people are panicking over nothing, that this doesn't affect them, and they're being ridiculous, and they're just going to go on with normal life. So, as you've heard on any news outlet that you've turned on, this most people will not really be affected by if they contract it, or when they contract it. But there is a small percentage of people that will become gravely ill and or die. And I am amongst those people, okay? I am part of that 20%. I have autoimmune disease and I have severe asthma. My son has asthma. My other son, He may have asthma. He had it as a younger child, and now he seems to be growing out of it, but he may still be affected by it. That's who you're staying home for. That is why this has been instituted, because everybody that is going on with life as usual, not scared of it, has made this happen. So if you're in a state where this has not happened, please listen and encourage other people to listen and to do the social distancing. Whether you believe in it or not, doesn't matter. Your state, your body of government, your elected officials have given you these orders to protect you. Whether you believe it's the right thing or not, they are elected officials. They are put in those places to do the best for us. You need to respect that, and you need to listen to it. This is their job. Personally, for us, we homeschool, so it doesn't affect our education. School's going on as normal, probably more so because now for my oldest, we are learning about infectious disease and times in history where this has happened and different outcomes. And we're looking at different places in the world and how it is, how it's affecting them there. The UK has a totally different approach right now to this. So we are watching the numbers and seeing them climb and seeing how it's affecting their population. And we're just tracking it. It's a learning experience, both scientifically, historically, from, a health standpoint, and just for current events. It reaches so many things on the homeschool button that we're paying attention to it and we're learning it. So we're turning it into a learning experience, which every homeschooler is familiar with, and it's getting really dark. So I'm kind of sneaking in closer to use every bit of the light that I have left here. So for an educational standpoint, life is not changing for us. For anybody new, we also homestead. We have a backyard homestead, and the only thing that's changing is I'm growing more food, and we're probably going to be breeding our rabbits soon. So we have more rabbit meat to go with the rest of our venison and balance out our meat supply a little better. I have a little side note here, and I'm totally losing my light here. So I gotta make this quick. But there's a chance that we will be moving. I don't know when that would happen now, but there's a chance. Before all of this happened, Illinois was talking about passing some laws, and we didn't agree with them, and they were deal breakers for us to stay in the state, and we don't want to move. Our homestead is here, our 10 acres of beautiful raw land that we have all of the plans for, that we've started building on, that things in the works for, that we've been hunting. It's beautiful, it's perfect, it's ours, it's home, and we do not want to move. But these things, if they pass, they're deal breakers, and if it happens, we're out. So if that does happen, we would move to Kentucky. My husband has applied for a transfer there and got an interview. So he had that interview. At this point in time, we're leaving it to God. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If we're supposed to be there, he'll get the job. If we're not, then doors will stop opening and we'll stay put. And we'll just trust God's plan from there. But because of that, I mentioned that because of this, I was not going to plant things in my earth garden. I've got well over 700 square feet of gardening space here in our backyard homestead, and I didn't want to plant all of that food if there was a chance that in the near future we'd be moving. But because of this, I'm planting. I've started a obscene amount of seeds, and I will be planting everything. And if God takes us to Kentucky or wherever before everything is ready to harvest, then that it'll be a blessing for somebody else, and I will take with me what I can take with me, and I'll can and preserve what I can while we're here. And that's just what we'll do. But given this pandemic and this mass hysteria and the global emergency, I feel like we just need to plant more. We need to do more in that way. There's no harm in being overly prepared. There is, however, a ridiculous amount of harm that could happen if you are underprepared. Notice there's no panic here. There's no craziness. I'm not trying to be dramatic about anything. This is just something that's happening, and we're dealing with it by remaining calm and just doing more of what we do. For those of you that do not homestead and do not homeschool, and this is just totally out of your element right now, find someone to lean on that does homeschool or that does homestead. You know, Facebook, even though it is like the center of the mass hysteria on social media right now, has wonderful homeschool resources. They're wonderful groups. And if you are in these Facebook groups and you see public schoolers coming in them, it is to glean from your wisdom. That's it. They need help. They are a fellow human being that needs help in a time of crisis. And as women, especially as Christian women, what an amazing opportunity we have right now to share that wisdom, to share that information. We should totally be blessing them with that. We should not be in the forums asking admin to remove these people because they're there for help. So help them. I don't care if you've been homeschooling 3 years, 30 years, 3 days. The very definition of homeschool is education at home. If you have experience in that, gift it. Bless them. Give it to someone who needs it. That's all. All right, so let's hit some light here. Oh, that's not flattering light. Okay, but our bathroom. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this bathroom. This is our upstairs bathroom that I'm currently in the process of painting that color right there. So, projects to get done while in quarantine. Or lockdown, or whatever you want to call it. So, I do have another video for you guys regarding, I don't know, the COVID pandemic that I will be sharing soon, probably next week. I just haven't quite figured out how I want to put it together. When crap hit the fan, we were in Kentucky. We were on vacation, and we came home in the middle of this, so we had to travel during it. So I'm going to share how we handled that and what vacation was like doing that. So if you do want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified when it comes out. So for now, stay well, be smart, don't panic. Listen to what you're being told to do, stay inside, practice your social distancing, meaning don't see anybody, not only one other family, not just family, nobody, just the people in your home. You do that, this is over a lot faster. So, God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.